Thank you. You said you wanted to do a prayer for the opening?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Father, for this podcast, and thank you for this cheese Danish from Walmart that me and my two brothers.
I'm not your brother.
I know, but you're my brother in Christ. Thank you for this cheese Danish we are consuming in your name. Amen. And now get a big bite. Into the microphone. Oh.
It's like communion, except you guys aren't drinking coffee.
You already ate half of yours.
I got
What
water.
the frick, dude?
Hey, watch your profanities.
Sorry.
Sorry. In this show.
Yeah, is this going to be a family-friendly thing, or is it just going to be like...
Here's the thing. Our pastor is going to listen to this.
Oh.
Probably.
Hi, Josh. I love you. We should get coffee
I love you
sometime.
too, Josh.
I meant to ask you after church today that we should get ice cream, coffee.
Hey, Josh, do you want to be a part of my editing class? It's Monday.
Hey, Josh, when you do your podcast again, or I think you just ended Revelation, could you do like a recap? Because I forgot like half of it. I'm not going to lie.
This podcast is basically just going to be us asking questions to our pastor, Josh.
This is the only way we can communicate with him anymore. He won't answer his phone.
Yeah, it's like we
Stop
make eye
emailing me
contact
back.
at church, and he's immediately like, "Oh, these guys."
He exclusively listens to podcasts now. That is his only form of communication.
Yes.
Makes sense.
It's like letters, but audio form. You gotta wait for the next episode for his response.
So I still don't know what this podcast is or why it is, but I know that you guys apparently made topics
Me and Josiah
and refused to
have
tell
a
me about
topic.
any of them.
Yeah, we do.
I think Josiah should introduce it because this is kind of his show at the
Should we
moment.
introduce ourselves before we start? Or?
Oh, we should. Okay, I'm Josiah. I do things. I'm the editor, probably, unless we have Kylie edit it. I'm cool.
That's very good. We're proud of it. Clap.
Thanks, guys.
That's good. Would you like to go next, Gabe?
Yes, wow, this thing is out of sync at the moment.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, no, it's speech jammer mode. You just gotta commit to the sentence. You want me
Okay,
to turn it
so-
off?
Just
no,
take a-
no,
just
no,
take off
it's
the
fine.
headset.
So my name is Gabe, or otherwise Gabriel, because that is my full name. Full name.
For your name.
This is really messing me up.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to say for real or federal.
Dude, I don't even
Federal
know.
name.
Anyways,
With
my
the
name is
feds.
Gabriel.
We should stop being speech jammed. It's bad.
Is that a normal thing that podcasters do? Is speech jamming?
Yes, but they do it well. We
I
shouldn't
don't
be
know
this
how
loud.
to do it because I was tripping over my words bad right there.
Was. Would you like to try again to introduce yourself and tell us about yourself like Josiah did?
No one needs to know anything about me.
Okay.
My name is Gabriel. I'm named after the archangel.
Okay. I'm Seth. I was named after nothing as far as I know.
No, that is a biblical name.
No.
Well, was I
It's
named
not
after the
just
Seth in the
that.
Bible, or was I just? I thought they were just like, oh, Seth is good.
Know who you're named after?
Who am I named after?
A racist slave owner,
No,
great
that's my middle name.
grandpa.
My middle name Robert.
Oh no, his
That
name
was-
was Seth.
No, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Are you sure? I thought
Yeah,
it was
I
just
asked Mom.
Robert. Oh,
So
dang.
that's Seth. He's named after a racist.
Like, at the time, I was like, oh, it's a family name. And then it's like, where did it start? Oh, whoops.
Horrible
Too
racism.
late.
Horrible racism.
So now I have to go to every single BLM peaceful protest and stand in solidarity with
So
them.
I think we need to clarify right now that this podcast is not going to be politically correct at all.
I'm being politically. I stand in solidarity with with the people of color in our community.
You're basically going to be like Patrick from that episode of SpongeBob where they're all throwing peanuts at him. That's basically you at the BLM protests. Except it's usually
I
not
will take
peanuts.
my punishment.
You're just throwing bricks.
Oh no, I don't want that. I got glasses. They're expensive.
Yeah, they are.
But besides being named after that, I am also cool. I dabble in some blacksmithing. That's pretty
You're gonna say black
I-
magic.
I dabble in the dark arts of sorcery and such. I I also that's about it. I like to cook. I'm pretty good at it too.
Wise.
I'm
kidding.
You don't.
I don't
You're
know.
mean. That's all.
And we're currently eating cheese danishes.
We are, like I mentioned, and I am on my second to last bite already.
I think I just took my second bite.
Well, you have it off to the side of you. Mine is on my lap.
It
If you
was
have,
on my
another
lap.
half
So I'm
of
just
the
like,
cream cheese
oh, I
Danish
bumped my
over there.
mic.
Oh, that sounded terrible. The like squeaking.
The squeaking one. Oh,
Wait, take the top of the microphone,
Mhm.
like the very top, the middle, and twist hard. Oh, it's just moving around. You can twist the top off of it, and
Oh.
it sounds terrible. It's like worse
I would
than.
imagine.
It sounds worse than like nails on a chalkboard.
No.
I don't know.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, our topic today
Yeah, what's the
is
topic?
when we went to get sushi after church.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a place, sushi place, and
Hey, we're not gonna say that. Represent will sponsor us, please. I will.
I don't think they're gonna
Yeah,
sponsor
Seth,
us.
we
In
can't.
fact,
Oh.
we just censored the place that you just said because we're not gonna say where this person is employed.
So every time I say, "Hey, we're not gonna say that," you're gonna put in like, "Hey, we're not gonna say that." Just
We're
isolate.
just-
Hey,
Yeah.
we're not gonna say
We're
that.
just gonna have
That
a cut in that
exact-
says we can't use this.
Can't use this.
Yeah, we just can't use this.
Can't use
We
this.
can't use this.
Can't use it.
Okay.
Can't use that.
Okay. So
Okay, so
one
what
of the
happened at the place that shall not be named? The
There-
Voldemort.
there was a man.
Was a man. Was he a worker?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was not a man.
It was it's definitely not. A
Okay,
it was not.
so it was
a trans woman.
Yeah, so it
Well,
was a biological
I believe
woman.
it was a woman. It looked like a woman,
Yes.
but they did have the he/him sticker on, like
Not
with
just sticker. Pin.
Yeah,
a
it was a
massive
Oh, the
pin.
pin. The big one, not the little ones.
No,
Usually I see
big
the
one.
The big
no,
boy.
it had to be a big one because this is a small girl, biological girl.
It said he, him.
It had to have been.
Their pronouns. She had a pixie cut, and I was.
It was a very cute pixie cut.
I
Here's
was
what I can I just say this little thing, like with the whole trans thing, something that I don't understand. I get they're trying to be the opposite gender, but particularly when girls,
Squirrels.
girls, my wife. I have a wife, by the way. I shouldn't say that. That's something else I'm good at. I'm good at being a husband.
Well,
Thanks for reminding us, Seth.
Anyway, she also agrees with me that these girls, they try so hard to be guys, but they still dress like girls and like
yes.
make up themselves
That's-
like women. They do the makeup. They have the cute haircut. They don't just throw their hair together like guys do.
Yeah.
They
So-
try too hard. Men don't try.
Yeah. So I was looking at this biological woman, and I was like, "Dang, she's kind of cute." And then
Yeah,
I
isn't that-
looked at her pin, and I was like, "Oh,
You know, she may not be trans.
It's a man.
She wait, was it a bio girl, right?
It
Yeah.
had to have been.
yeah."
So she may not be trans. She just might be like, I like the other pronouns.
Yeah.
And then she'll grow out of it when she's 30 and realize she wasted decades of her life.
Anyway,
I don't know, but that's not even the worst part of it. Should I say it?
yeah, because I
Okay.
don't know what you're talking
The
about.
worst part about it is that there's no way this was her given name. Her parents. did
What was
not
her
give
name?
She had a name tag that said, "My name is Tobias."
So imagine this
No
short.
offense to any of the Tobiases out there, but why, as a biological woman, would you go and transfer to being a guy,
Oh.
and then change your name to Tobias?
No, Tobias isn't. It's in the movie. Oh, was it Maze Runners? There's a character named Tobias, I think.
It's not a
don't know.
terrible name. I personally don't like it, but it's like, why would
Tobias.
you choose
No,
that name
when
out of
someone
all
says
the names
Tobias,
you could choose?
Josiah, are you gonna put this on YouTube? Because I need you to put
Probably.
if you do, I need you to put a picture. Eustace from Narnia
Yes.
3. Eustace. When someone says Tobias, I imagine his face when he's doing like the raised eyebrows and everything. It's just like.
When I think about Tobias, I think about Tobuscus,
Tobuscus,
the YouTuber.
the YouTuber who may or may have not sexually assaulted someone.
Girlfriend?
No, it was really weird. It was crazy. It was right at like the beginning of Me Too, and like he just got like destroyed.
Got
Like he doesn't post anymore.
canceled
He got
out
super
of
well, out of life, man. He's
Well-
like living in a dumpster now.
Not just out of life, but out of like the public view.
Like I said, he's just gone forever.
Yeah, like he got canceled and everyone instantly forgot about him.
I loved his Happy Wheels.
And
His wheels are very Minecraft. He was
Thanks,
great,
Gabe,
and
for
then
that
it was like,
ASMR.
oh no, is he bad? Does he do bad things to people? And then it was like, maybe, and it was like, well, that's not clear. And then he was just gone forever.
Like us one day.
What?
No, see, we're uncancelable because we already don't care. If someone tweets out, we're canceling Josiah, Seth, and Gabriel. No, stop
Here's
this
the
your
thing.
podcast. I'd be like, okay.
Y'all
Do you
ever
think I'd be
seen-
really offended if YouTube kicked me off?
No.
A little bit, but I also don't really care that
I'd
much.
be like, we'll just go over to what was that Trump thing? Freedom,
Truth?
the Truth app. We'll just
No, we'll just
we'll just go over to the weird Chinese knockoff.
No, it's
Called Truth.
no,
for
go-
some reason.
we're gonna go to Rumble.
What the crap is Rumble?
Have you even been watching Steven Crowder lately?
No.
Or like even in the past year, he's been on Rumble.
No. I don't know what a Rumble is.
Guys,
It's a video
Are
app.
you dying?
guys, I
need
just
a Heimlich?
swallowed like a considerable piece of unchewed cheese Danish.
That is bad. You're supposed to. You know those teeth you got? You're supposed to go.
You have to masticate
You hear
that
that?
thing.
Gotta masticate.
You have to masticate.
Gotta
that
masticate it real hard. The Friendship Onion is a podcast I love. It has oh my goodness, it has
Pippin and Mary.
Pippin and Mary, Dominic Monaghan
Yeah.
thing, and Billy Boyd.
Yeah.
I love their podcast, and they do a segment
pretty
called
good.
Eat the World, and they often debate whether or not they should be masticating on the mics. Masticating, if anyone's confused and a little feels uncomfortable or embarrassed right now, masticating is it's that.
It's
When you're
chewing.
chewing food is
It's-
mastication.
It's chewing and covering your food in saliva and
Right,
breaking
right,
it
right.
down so you can swallow it.
But a lot of people do not like that sound. So, and they took many polls, and they've decided that they are no longer going to be chewing over the mics anymore.
Look, it's just ASMR. just it's ASMR.
Anyway, so I
This trans
who just
person at
burped?
It was not me. That was definitely Seth.
well, I don't think it's. I moved my mic a little bit. It kind of sounded like a burp. But this trans person at
Yeah.
hey, we're not gonna say that. I mean, place that shall not be named. Say that. Hey, we're not gonna.
She was. I'm gonna cut the can't use that in half and then swap the halves because you said it backwards.
This video is gonna need too much editing now. We gotta stop saying that. Just gonna
Yeah,
be mad.
guys. It's gonna.
So
pushing
what
this
we're
back
saying
to,
is that
like,
this
Thursday.
podcast is going to be released like probably a month after we're recording it because
we're-
it's going to take them so long.
Oh wait, what day
This is
it?
almost as bad as Dave Chappelle's show, where we just have to just bleep half of the thing.
July 31st, 2021. 2022.
Yes. Oh.
That's
Wait,
today's
what is it?
date.
Which means
Guys,
that we
see when
should
this
have
gets
gone to
uploaded.
Baskin Robbins.
Do you have
to get
anything
some
else
ice
to
cream.
say? Baskin Robbins. Why didn't we go to Baskin Robbins? Wait, we still
Like,
can. We got plenty of time.
Wait.
We have plenty of time.
Yeah.
I know. But do you have more to say about this person from the place that should not
I
be
am
named?
now.
I
can
love he,
officially
him
say
/ she, her, regardless. Beautiful person.
me and Gabe
Yeah.
now have been attracted to a person named.
who
Tobias.
goes by a different pronouns and a different name. Here's the thing. What is with actually
gay now?
I could say so. No, I don't think
Good.
so because she still technically has female genitalia. Here's what's
we don't know
crazy.
that. We don't know that.
most people who are trans don't get the surgery to transition.
That is
So
true, but we don't know that.
There's a very high possibility that they have not fully transitioned yet, which hopefully they don't, because most people who transition have a higher rate of killing themselves than people who don't transition surgically.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's just straight facts.
It's straight facts. It's wild. Dude, what's the
Facts
the
don't
worst?
care about your feelings.
Okay, Ben
Gabriel.
Shapiro.
Guys, we're not Jewish enough to be saying that kind of stuff.
We can talk like Ben Shapiro. We can talk really fast and be like, here's the deal. You don't know anything about it.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. See, I like Ben Shapiro, but I hate the way he talks. He's that's why I had to stop watching his videos, because I started to do that to people. I started to just talk real fast. So now I just watch Jordan Peterson,
Guys.
but then I just talk like I still talk like I'm better than everyone else. But now with a Canadian accent.
I'm pretty
Guys.
I'm pretty sure you did that before. You just
It's just increased.
Have you guys seen that girl who is on the Daily Post or whatever? What's Ben Shapiro's company?
Daily Wire.
Daily Wire.
Brett.
The girl.
Brett
Brett
Cooper. She's
Hot. She's attractive.
attractive.
I don't want to
I-
sexualize her, but she's attractive.
And what's crazy, what makes me even more
Too old
uncomfortable
for me,
is
but
people are like, she looks like just like Ben Shapiro, and she does, and that makes me really uncomfortable, because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's just hot female Ben Shapiro. Wait, she's over 18, right? She's definitely
Think
over
so,
18.
yeah.
For sure. Okay, so
She's like
I can
20.
say that, and I'm good.
I can't.
She's attractive, female Ben Shapiro, and I don't know how I feel about that.
What the frick did you just feed me, Gabe?
It's a Reese's Take 5.
it's so good.
I wasn't expecting a Reese's version of a
Take 5?
Heath bar.
Oh, Heath bar. Yeah, that's. I mean, I am not eating said candy. I was not offered any for some reason. No, I don't. Because then I'll have to more on the mic and. I don't think
Mastication.
no more. It's bad.
Look, we're not trying to be professional on this first
since
one.
we keep trying to
We'll
reach,
be professional later.
we keep on trying to reach Josh over the podcast, our pastor. Should we just get him on the podcast and then we could?
No, that defeats the purpose of the podcast. This is us trying to communicate to Josh through a podcast because he doesn't respect us enough.
Here's the thing that I don't. If he doesn't,
That's not true.
Totally joking. Totally joking.
if he doesn't subscribe to our podcast, I'm going to unsubscribe to his. I'm just saying, like, if he doesn't
Same,
subscribe
but I'm
to
also
this
not.
one,
I'm not
I'll subscribe.
subscribed.
You're already
right.
not.
You know
No,
what?
I'm not.
Josh,
Tell me what it is. I'll
my-
subscribe and then
it's
I'll
called-
unsubscribe.
Me too.
Look, it's actually a really great podcast. I like listening to in the car.
I'm kidding.
It's called The Gathering Springfield.
This is on YouTube.
No, on your podcast app.
Dude, I don't have a podcast.
You don't
app.
have a
Do you
podcast
have
app?
Spotify?
I
Do you
don't.
have Spotify?
Yes, I do.
It's
You
on
can go
there.
on Spotify.
Oh. You see,
Also-
I'm an old man.
I could just recommend a bunch of podcasts to people because I love podcasts so much. I listen to them all the
The
time.
Tim Hawkins podcast.
The Tim Hawkins sponsor us.
Tim Hawkins, we're not that far from you. We're like 3 hours away.
That's creepy. That is a bad. We know where you live.
I know
Where you live, Tim?
I know you're in O'Fallon, Missouri, boy.
I thought. Did he move?
I don't know where he is.
Well, he was in St. Louis or St. Louis area, and then he moved away because there was too much crime
He
there.
moved back to O'Fallon.
So they moved more in.
Also, Caleb Mabry. Hi,
Caleb.
you're my favorite.
Caleb was great. I liked Caleb. Also, Luke Grass. I was the one who asked the question, why is Luke so cool?
Are you serious?
Yes, I asked that question. He read it, and then when I heard him read it, I was driving. I was like, ah! He ran, and they blew over it. He was just like, oh, we don't need to answer that. And I was like, no. And then Tim Hawkins'
I
wife was
remember I
like,
listened to that.
no, you are cool though. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I listened to that.
it was.
See,
I
Seth,
was like,
you are recognized.
I'm recognized. They know me, and I know them. We're best friends, right, Luke Grass? Right, we're best friends.
Your best friend.
Stand
Totally,
by
totally
Eminem
best
starts
friends.
playing.
Well, they live in Luke. They need more friends because they said that their friends are just part of a period. A pyramid. A pyramid scheme.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah, not a period. They're not
Not-
bleeding.
They are not. I hope they're not just bleeding consistently, and it's a scheme of blood.
Period
A
scheme.
period scheme.
That's
No, a pyramid scheme.
disgusting.
Me and my wife will be your friends, but we'll be terrible friends because we don't like to leave our house.
This
was-
is just true.
An effort to get Seth here to record the podcast.
See, I am a social butterfly. I like to go out and do things most of the time. My wife,
do
I
you
love
better,
her.
Gabe.
I love her more than I love anyone. I will murder both of you right now for her.
Thanks,
But she
Seth.
does
We
not like
love
to
you
go
too.
out too much.
You would kill your own brother and your own nephew?
Should we talk about how strange the relationship between the three of us is? So
Honestly,
Absolutely.
we definitely should.
here's the Gabriel. He's the oldest here. He is the nephew.
Yep.
Because me and Josiah, we're brothers. We're siblings.
Yeah,
I
I have
am
a
older than
full-grown
Josiah.
beard. I have a full-grown beard. These two, they have like baby faces. They're tiny people.
That's not true. I have a bigger beard than you.
And I have a mustache.
Josiah has a mustache that makes him look like someone who'd commit a crime of a specific kind of crime that I will not mention.
All children?
Oh, by the way,
Perhaps.
Josiah, I can't hear you over my headphone, but I can hear Seth. Is
Yeah.
that a problem?
No.
Okay. Anyways, disregard.
yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so now what? Or do we just keep talking? What
Weird.
is this podcast?
Okay, here's
we
the
have more
thing.
topics because I have a topic we'd talk about.
Well, you just gave us one. The weird relationship between us.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I skipped right over. Well, I explained it.
Yeah.
I explained
Yeah,
it,
but
yeah.
It's
that
just
doesn't,
weird.
It doesn't really explain.
I have a
history.
story, though, about that. When we went to my work for your wedding reception or
Yes.
rehearsal dinner.
Yes, I had my wedding rehearsal dinner at my brother's work.
Yeah.
He works at a 5-star restaurant.
5-star.
It actually is a 5-star restaurant.
It's actually a 5-star restaurant. It's true. On Google reviews.
I'm a dishwasher there. So we were eating there, and the owner came by, and I was like, Andrew, hi. And he was like, oh, hi, Josiah. And I was like, this is my family. Well, some of my family, and some of them are not my family, but yeah. And then my nephew, Parker, he's like 9. He was like,
Less.
he's my uncle. No, he's like 9 or 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was like, he's
thought he
my
was still a baby
uncle.
boy.
And he pointed at me. He was sitting right next to me. He was like, he's my uncle. And then Gabe from across the table goes, he's my uncle too. And Andrew's face was priceless. He was just like, what the? Well, I guess this is not that weird. We have a similar thing in our
It's pretty
family.
weird.
So Josiah, you and I are 2 out of 10 children.
Yeah.
That's a lot for some people.
You know how many
Yeah, your
children?
sister's slacking.
So my friend Kate, she had her parents come over from Uganda, and we got to meet them the other night. And that was super cool. They were really cool. So we were talking all the fun stuff about difference in culture and all that. But I was saying, like, you know, I'm 1 out of 10 kids, and they were like, "Are you serious right now? Why would you do that? That's a terrible
Really?
idea." They were like, "That's crazy." He's like, We thought we had too many, and we only had 5. And this was terrifying. So I asked him, I was like, "So what did you do for work over there?" He was like, "Oh, I did trade." I was like, "You did trade?" I was like,
Like trade
"What do
work,
you-
like construction stuff.
I was like, "Yeah, that's what I was saying." I was like, "Trade work, or did you like work in stocks and you got?" I was like, because I was like, I don't know how things work there. He's like, you know, like if you go to the trade shop. I was like, we have Walmart, homie.
Does
And
you mean like
so
a
we were
job
trying-
shop where
No,
it's
no,
like
no. So we
you get moved
were
over?
trying to like explain.
Like a farmer's market?
So eventually we got it all
Sounded
sorted
so
out.
white.
He sold fabrics,
Oh.
like
Oh.
like fancy fabrics and stuff. And you just trade them around. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But we were talking about how like he thinks we're weird here because you just go to like Walmart or Target or whatever. You just go to those places and you get things. He was like, there you you go to Bob. He has his fruit stand, and you get fruit from Bob. I'm not gonna try to do the Ugandan names because they gave us their names, and I was like, I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that.
I think we might get canceled if we try.
Right? I was like, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, it might be offensive.
So they let us just call them. We just said, hey, you. We were just like, hey, you. Hey, you. They were great,
Kate's
though.
mom.
They were great, though. They really like it here.
Can you not touch his cable, please?
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm grabbing a cable with my with my grabby toes because I need something to fidget
Put
with.
those grippers away.
So I liked hearing about their. Okay, so I was thinking like, oh, Africa, it's a desert, and they're like only the west region of Uganda has a little bit of desert, I think is what they said, or maybe a different region. Most of it's jungle. I was like, oh, really? For real? For real? He was like, yeah, it's jungle. He's
Do
like,
they
you
know
know,
the way?
they're like, yeah, everyone
Through the
thinks
jungle?
Uganda's desert. It's mostly jungle. I was like, that's crazy cool. They were great. I liked talking to them.
Do they know the way?
Do they know the way? I should have asked them that.
To the jungle.
But also like I also explained them about all the different how we have so many ice cream places here because I was talking to my other friend Lifa. He's from South Africa and he was quite confused by America's love for ice cream shops. And I was also explaining to them our love for ice cream shops, and they too were like, "That's weird."
Is dairy not that popular in Africa?
It's not. It's the way it's been explained to me is like in most other countries, ice cream's kind of like or at least how Lifa explained to me in South Africa, ice cream's like a thing for like children. Like once you get to like 12, 13, if you're eating ice cream, you're a little baby boy.
So it's like cigarettes over here.
What? Cigarettes?
No. It's like
You know, in America, you smoke cigarettes from the time you're born up until you're 12, and then you gotta grow up and eat some ice cream.
Yep, that's how it works.
How long do we want this podcast? It has been 27 minutes.
yeah.
How long is this podcast supposed to be? 30 minutes?
I
I
was
don't know,
thinking like
kid-
an hour.
See, I like my podcast to be like a good hour.
Yeah.
That way I can listen to it like to where I'm going and back because I live in the middle of nowhere.
Nope.
So it's no matter where I go, it's going to be at least 30 minutes. That's disgusting. Cheese Danish. Still stuck in your
I
throat?
still have some.
You still have some. I could have more. I'm on a diet. For those of you who don't know on the podcast,
Fat. He's so fat.
I'm a bit overweight. And
But he's also like very tall, so it's like
I am 6'2".
okay, he's not that tall.
I-
I'm kidding. I'm sitting over here at a very nice 5'8".
Do we have? I feel like we
5'9",
should.
Shut up.
I imagine the people are gonna be listening. Besides Josh, we all know you're listening because you love us.
Joshua.
Joshua.
And Joshua.
And I hope other Josiah, Church Josiah 1.0.
We call him
Superior
Superior Josiah
Josiah.
on the podcast world.
Okay, Superior Josiah. I hope he also listens. I don't know if anyone else is gonna listen to our podcast, but
Does
I
that
hope
make
we
Josiah here
and
Beta
Anne's gonna listen to
Josiah?
it?
And if you're
And
listening to this,
we
why?
love you. Oh,
We love you,
why?
but why are you listening?
Why are you listening? Because she
I
loves
don't
us
know.
too.
She might be
Oh.
bored. Oh yeah, or she loves us. I don't know.
Aww.
I just
Yeah.
assume people listen to podcasts because they're bored, not because.
I
they wanna
just
be
assume that
entertained.
people listen to podcasts so they can gather dirt on me.
See what?
It's a good idea. Like that's why I'm here.
You're the editor. You can just like any dirt you put in, you can just be like chop, chop, chop. I'm
You see,
golden.
that's what I did on my last podcast, but I decided with this one, no filter.
No filter.
There's
Just-
gonna be plenty of editing, but
Because I can't say that one word, the place where
It's
where
basically like
Tobias was.
it's basically like the N word in this podcast.
Yeah, the place where Tobias works is the same as the N word. But I hope we gain a great audience because if I could just like do
Make
this as
money.
my job. If you guys heard that beep, that was my laundry.
your laundry's done.
I didn't hear any
That laundry.
beep, but also
You
I'm
didn't
not
hear the
li-
beep?
I'm not
You didn't
listening.
hear the.
No.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're currently like in my grandmother's basement or their mother's basement
we live here.
because we don't really have anywhere else to
I
do
do
this.
not live here.
No,
Just
he
to make
doesn't.
it clear, I live with my wife in a nice tiny cottage in the middle of nowhere.
I
Also-
live here because like things just kind of fell apart around me. And
No one needs
chaos.
depression right now. I don't think you should explain your situation. That'll
Yeah,
just make people sad.
I'm not gonna go into it because it just is too crazy, too stupid.
I also want to talk about the setup that we have here.
Oh, there's a computer on the floor in the middle of this room.
So
It's
basically,
basically our altar where we
So-
sacrifice our stupid ideas.
this is what I did. Basically, we're in the living room, and I have two XLR microphones set up to a preamp thing, and it's going into the computer over USB. Then we also just have one random USB mic.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the USB
Yeah.
mic. So if I sound bad, it's not my fault. It's that I got stuck with a bad microphone.
Yeah.
I assume
And
because I'm
then-
the least favorite.
So we're
No,
all
you
sitting
sound
in this.
fine, but yet again, I don't
Good.
have an ear for this stuff, so
We-
ignore what I say. Cause
You
I'm
do sound
stupid.
pretty good.
That's
We
nice.
we're sitting in like a half circle, and then in the
Nice
middle of
half
us, there's just a computer sitting on the carpet, which I
On
know
the
is
carpet.
terrible because there's a fan that sucks air from the bottom up.
That computer's gonna be all full of dust and
Yeah, I
dead
need to
skin.
Clean that. Luckily, it has a
Dead
filter though.
I need to
Um,
give this thing like a table.
And then
Hello, Internet podcast.
I have,
Oh my god.
and then we have the computer hooked up to the TV, so we can all like
Television?
monitor the audio quality. I guess
Yeah.
I'm
A little
very
little
loud.
side tangent. When you said TV, that reminded me that unlocked a memory, like unlocking a chest in Legend of Zelda. Just ba-da-da-da-da. But when I was a wee lad, and we were homeschooled,
Mhm.
we were schooled in our house. We were doing some spelling as a tiny child, and my mother was like, "Can you spell television?" And I looked her dead in the eyes and I said, "TV." Checkmate. and
the thing.
she said, "Fair enough.
You
You passed."
told me that,
Did I?
yeah, like a long time ago, like when I was like 5.
I don't remember telling
And-
anyone about that. Did you do the
So-
same thing?
She was like, "Hey, how do you spell television?" I was like, "TV, sucker." I didn't say that, but I said it with that attitude.
TV.
So it was like TV, and then she was just like, "Ah."
She thought.
And
See,
children
I
are
had
idiot- I still don't know how to spell
difficulties. I had difficulty spelling as a wee lad because I am
Ludistic.
lisdistic. I was about to say autistic, and I was like, no, I'm not autistic.
No.
I'm dyslexic,
Dyslexic.
which means when I look at a paper full of words, the
You-
words move around all over the place. They don't
Do they
sit still.
actually?
Also, they appear backwards, and that's the fact.
I thought I was. No.
I thought I was autistic.
I thought I was dyslexic, but apparently I'm just freaking retarded because I just can't read or spell.
You see,
or
I just
write
don't have any
characters
patience
correctly.
to like actually look at something and figure out how it's spelled. Here's the problem with
See-
language: is that you'll look at something, and growing up, I was told, just say it how it sounds, like each letter. That's not how language works.
Absolutely not.
It absolutely does
And
not
that
work
never,
that
that
way.
didn't work for
English.
me. They were
And
just like,
so-
just sound it out, and I was like, oh no, I don't know.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. And so like that was basically me growing up trying to read things.
And you went to public school, you didn't even, or private school.
No, I went to public school.
Yeah,
Um
you weren't even. He was not even homeschooled, so don't think it's a
Okay.
homeschooler thing.
Okay.
no,
We're
yeah,
just
it was.
collectively genetically dumb.
Okay. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
But Josiah, do you know what really helped me work on the reading and the spellings growing up? Writing. Writing helps a lot. Just write
Okay,
all the time.
Can
It
we
helps.
talk about the letter O? Because it's my mortal enemy.
The letter O.
Your
The-
moral?
Mortal.
Oh, I thought you said mortal enemy. I'm like,
I don't like the
That
morals
too.
of the letter O.
Okay, what sound does the letter O make?
Ooh.
Wrong. What does
O?
it make?
oh, oh.
Ah.
Ah.
It makes
Ah.
ah. Why does it make a ah
about-
sound? That's what A is
Hey,
for.
hey. What about good? Good.
Oh yeah, but that's
It
two
was
O's.
two O's.
It changes.
Oh no,
It's
you're right.
ooh.
Ooh. When it's what?
Because it's
Ah, it is
stupid.
ah when it's job. Jube. Cow.
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 Cow. Yeah.
Cow.
The letter O is the bane of my existence. I hate the letter O.
I never had a problem. I always had
Actually,
a problem with
but
words that had too many of the same letters. So like little, I don't like that word. It's too many.
Mississippi.
Or Mississippi, like, but the word little, like all those letters, like L and I and T, they all generally look the same. So when I look at it, I'm just like, that's just a bunch of.
That's just the New York skyline.
That's just the New York skyline right there. It's beautiful.
Just for everyone listening, Seth was really struggling to not curse right there. I could see it in his face.
I never curse.
It's.
This is a Christian podcast. I open this up with prayer, and you would accuse me of cursing.
Well, not necessarily cursing, but he was definitely about to say something that was just like definitely not pulpit worthy.
Can
not
I
that
say
we haven't heard
retarded?
something like that from
Is that a okay word? Am I gonna get canceled for saying retarded?
It depends on
Retarded?
who's listening.
See,
No,
when
'cause
we
that
say
means, like,
retarded,
slow.
when we should not use the word retarded to be mean, but to just mean someone who is mentally handicapped.
What if
They're
Just
technically
slow.
retarded?
What if we
Like,
use
I'm technically
it as
retarded.
something that's mean towards
I'm just slow.
ourselves?
If you called yourself retarded, you're like,
Yeah.
man, I'm just retarded. You should just not do that. Like, you shouldn't be mean to yourself. You should be nice.
What
You should
John
be like,
said
you
to
should be
me
like-
today.
you should be like, Josiah's a good boy.
So I was
And just
talking
like
to
pet
John.
yourself like a weird psycho child.
Don't do that.
I was talking to John after church today,
Okay.
and he was telling me how he learns things slow, and he was like, so I'm just kind of like a slow learner. It's just like the way I'm not retarded. I'm just slow at
Doesn't have to be
learning.
so defensive. Like, apparently there's a
Jo-
higher
John, if you're
percentage-
listening to this podcast, which you should be, John, we'll promote the flat Earth if you want us to. But hello, how you doing, John?
Hi, John.
Okay,
Love you.
so here's something that I heard.
No, I have beef with John. Can I get my beef out?
Why are you gonna have beef with John over
Here's
a
the deal.
podcast?
Here's the deal, John. I've been hearing every time I talk to someone, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go over and have dinner with his family," and I'm like, "Why have I not been invited to have dinner with your family? I want to have dinner with. I like you guys. Why are me and my wife not invited yet?"
So you
I'm-
want to have beef with John?
Yes, I want to have a steak with John. Is what I want.
Okay.
I see. How about like Salisbury steak?
I've never had a Salisbury steak.
It's
I-
basically
But I
just
almost
hamburger.
when I took care of
It's
when I took care of Grandpa Joe, I almost ate one of his Salisbury steaks, and because they said I could eat whatever was in the freezer, but I knew that was his favorite, so I never touched it. But I was like about to go eat it, and then his daughter Jennifer came out and was like, "He's about to die," and I was like,
he needs a Salisbury steak now, boy.
and I was like, okay. So I just put the Salisbury steak back. I was like, I can't eat that while he's dying. That seems bad.
Now, like, after he passes, you can have it.
Yeah, but after he passed, I had no reason to go over to the house anymore and take care of him.
You don't just show up and like,
Although the other day I saw them at a church event, and she was like, "We really miss seeing you all the time. We used to see you all the time, taking care of Grandpa. You should just come over." And I was like, I should have been like, "Well, is the Salisbury steak still in the freezer? Because I'll come over for that."
You're a terrible person.
Maybe, but I want to try.
So
Salisbury
John, Seth wants to have beef.
Yeah, I want to
with
have
you
beef with
and
you,
your family.
with you and your family. Me and my wife, my family and your family. We're gonna beef it out.
well, anyways, apparently, and I was told this by a coworker, so the chances of this being true is probably kind of small, but apparently men usually have mental issues like retardation, whatever else, on a higher percentage than women, which does not
that true?
surprise me.
I'm gonna Snopes fact check that right now.
I don't know how accurate
Snopes.
Snopes is, but okay.
Well, basically, I'm just gonna Google it. Hey, do more men have the dumbs?
That's exactly what I want to know. Do more men have the dumbs?
Seth, do you remember that? Never mind. I'm not going to talk about the Tim Hoggins podcast on our podcast. We're not a fan podcast.
Yeah, we could basically have a podcast about other podcasts, but it can't be like the subject matter of all our podcasts.
You know, like those movie review podcasts.
Yeah.
Do a podcast review podcast.
Podcast review podcast.
And then someone else could review our podcast about reviewing podcasts. And
No, we review our own podcast on our podcast.
dude, so like it's gonna be like Inception
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So
By the way, I
next
I
week,
watched that and I don't really care for it.
next
I know I've
week
offended
we're
a
gonna
lot of
be reviewing Joe Rogan's podcast. So
Coming after you, Joe Rogan.
we have to listen to every episode.
Yeah, we're
All
just
in a week.
3,000. I've listened to maybe 4,
that's
so
good
I
enough.
got a head start on you guys.
Here's the thing, Joe Rogan. I think we're just as popular as you. It's just yeah, we're
No
not
one knows
bald
we're here.
or cool.
I can
It's m-
shave my hair.
Yeah, I
go
could
bald.
shave myself bald and I could smoke a big cigar and I could be mildly
You could be
offensive.
wild. You could be like, guys, if you
You
just
can
like,
take edibles.
if you just take a bunch of like edibles, and everyone should take a whole bag of shrooms, and then also if you take like elk proteins and inject it directly into your arm, you can be as beefy as me.
Is that really
Just have those
is that
wild
really
eyes.
Joe Rogan?
No, I don't think he's ever said anything like
Okay.
that. But he does have
I
some
don't-
wild
'Cause that's like
diets.
That's like Alex Jones level of
Like,
crazy.
we could also do we could review Infowars like
Dude, what if we get like good enough in the podcast world where we get Alex Jones on our show?
Alex Jones sponsor us. I will tell
Please.
everyone that the water's making the frogs gay.
It probably is. Like with all the fluoride and all the crap that they're putting in the water, it probably is.
I'll
Probably
pro-
turned Ethan gay.
That's what made Ethan gay. Ethan, I hope you're listening to this.
I'm
we love
pretty
you.
sure that
Ethan
was
is our
like-
brother. We love him.
Ethan's our brother.
He's gay.
I hope you're listening. You should be listening. We love you. Also, I'm sorry the water made you gay.
But
I'm
also,
pretty sure it was
he's
the
the
weed, not the
straightest white boy, or straightest white boy, the straightest gay boy I've ever seen.
Ethan,
He doesn't look it, but yeah, I
he looks. May I say he looks? No, I probably shouldn't say
Looks
that.
Dashing. No, I'm
He
kidding.
look. I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna
Josiah,
say
he looks
something
like a
else.
corpse right now. I don't know why.
Okay.
Ethan, I
Ethan,
love
you
you, but
please
you do
eat
look
more food. You look like Jack
Ethan.
Skellington.
you
I
look like you're about to
please
die.
eat more. I don't want to be at your funeral in like 2 years. I want to be at your funeral when you're like at the ripe age of like 50.
You guys want to have like dual funerals because you die at the same time.
I don't want that. No, me and Katie gotta have a dual funeral
Dueling
because I don't want to
funerals.
be here without her. And she's like, "You're gonna leave me?
Are you
You're just
saying
gonna
that?
leave
Are
me?"
you saying that you're already planning a suicide pact with your wife?
No,
whenever
no,
you guys
no.
both
It's just
give
we're
up?
just gonna both die of natural causes at the same time.
He's
Bet.
gonna die of heartbreak like an elf.
Yeah, like an elf from. Oh, can we just talk? Can this just be the Lord of the Rings podcast? Because I could talk about Lord of the Rings for eons.
We can
Um,
talk about Lord of the Rings and how it's superior to
Everything.
Well, I was gonna
Star
say.
Wars, we're fighting you. Harry Potter, we're fighting you. Hunger Games, we're fighting you.
Okay, I agree. with-
Narnia, it's close. I mean, I do like C.S. Lewis. Dude, C.S. Lewis does some crazy smart stuff in his day. He's kind of read his stuff. He's pretty smart.
Look, I'm just saying, when people compare Lord of the Rings to Harry Potter, that's very offensive. They're not even close to being the same thing, like at all. They're not even close. One is obviously more superior, and if you can't tell which one, I don't know if I can
Potter
accept you.
sucks a lot.
I was being nice about it by saying I wouldn't accept.
Okay, Gabe, the fact checking has gone through.
Awesome.
It took a long time, but what I was able to find is that it's pretty even, but it seems as though more women have mental illness.
Really?
But it's slight.
Wait, mental illness or retardation?
I guess I should done.
Yeah, I mean like
I just
straight
said
up mental
illness.
retardation.
Oh, I didn't look into that.
Illness.
Man, I don't want to do more research. I already did
Here's
some.
the thing.
That took long enough.
Here's what I think about that though is I feel like more women go and get tested for mental illness than
Yeah,
men.
guys don't. Guys are just like, I'll
Because-
just suffer. I'm cool with it.
See, guys are perfectly aware of their problems. Women, they have to like check it out, and they're like, "Is this normal?"
And then it's like, bro, it's not normal. And they're like, are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's normal. And it's like, I saw a meme about it. I'm sure it's normal. And we're like, bro, it's not normal.
No, that's making fun of people that have problems. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Which is something we love to do, right? We like making fun of people with problems. Right, Josh? Josh?
particularly
What?
me.
Well, Josh is our pastor, so we got to make sure we're like right with the
Chill.
Lord through
Oh.
through Pastor Josh. So we like to make fun of people who have problems, right?
Preferably
make
me.
sure.
Like we just exclusively make fun of me and my problems.
Yeah. Gabe, you bald man, you.
Me and my non-existing hair.
There's just none there. Bald head.
Like, I wish I had eyebrows at least, because at least my eyeballs wouldn't be cooked in the sun.
Right? But no, you got nothing. Oh, no, you're looking. That's the same thing I was looking at, but it didn't help at all. It gave me zero information that was helpful.
Like, if I want to look attractive, I have to get, like, pipe cleaners and, like, glue them to my lips so I look like I have a mustache.
I don't think that'll help at all. I think you could get like some goat skin. That's what they. By the way, Lord of the Rings fact: a lot of the wigs and stuff was goat hair.
Okay,
believe
so
it.
Where's
now
it
we're
alpaca?
on.
Something like that.
It's probably goat.
Facts on mental retardation. You pull it up a computer. Good job. Scroll down.
Oh, it's coming from .gov. Okay. Because we can definitely trust our government.
Why would they lie to us?
I know, right?
Okay, I'm done.
That was way too long of an article. I didn't even want to try to read
It was a
that.
book, bro.
Dude, wasn't even
a
like
whole pamphlet.
it was just like, come on, man, just give me the answer. I don't want to like read about it.
Yeah,
It
like
doesn't-
Google. I don't know why Google doesn't just have that somewhere. The
Sometimes it does. Sometimes
information.
I'll Google things and it'll just big bright lights like, here's the answer you're looking for. I'm like, thank you. And other
Yeah.
times it's like, hey, you want to read like 12 articles?
Well, maybe it's because
No.
we're searching about retardation.
And they just got kind of they're like,
It's like, we can't say for
Can't
sure
say
because we
that.
can't offend people. It's like, guys, stop being offended. If you have a mental problem, that's
Get help.
okay. Yeah, it's okay.
it's
Just
okay, get some help.
Guys,
Likely.
we
okay. We need to
we
stop
need to
this here 'cause
reset
this
the
is getting-
vibe. I don't know where I'm gonna cut this, but we need to reset the vibe.
Hey guys, do you want to hear a song from The Mango?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Just
what?
whatever it'll take to reset the
What-
vibe after
what-
whatever the heck
What
I
song would
just
you like
said.
to? Okay, I'll give you a
Yes.
few options. No,
Just
no.
yes.
The first one.
Yes.
I don't want to do Laser Guns about haircuts. It hurts my throat.
Well, just do the one about the bears.
Oh, the generic bear song. This one is almost like a rap,
Oh my gosh.
so I can't really do it super well. I'll have to do it slowly.
Guys, if you want to skip this song, I'll put in
Yeah, just
editing how far you have to skip ahead.
I'm gonna stumble a lot because this is. There was a bear walking through the woods. He had a red shirt, yellow boots, green tie, his hat, and he has a hat for fire. He is generic bear. He finds an old smoking man and takes his cigar and stomps them on the ground, and then he beats up the generic. Oh, he does not beat up. Oh no, the lyrics are all messed up. No, I'm not gonna read. I'm not gonna do generic bear. It's too hard. Generic bear is too hard to read.
Okay, can we talk about Lord of the Rings?
I was gonna sing the
how did we go
sharing is
from-
caring song.
Never mind.
We went from
Where?
Lord of the Rings back to retardation.
I thought you
and
wanted to
that
reset
was
the vibe.
bad.
I could sharing is caring. It's a good lesson.
Okay.
You know what, Seth?
What?
Let's just talk about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you don't want to hear a song from Mango?
You know what? Maybe this should be like episode 2 material. You'll open up episode
I'll
2.
I'll
with
open
this.
up episode 2 with a full Mango song. I'll practice the generic bear song, so I got all the lyrics, and I'll do that one. Or maybe I won't.
So can we talk about how in the Cimmerillion,
Aurelian?
the that one elf city, the
We're trying to get Seth to like play along with us because Seth actually knows these things, and me and Josiah are not as,
Yeah,
educated.
Gagorgian.
yeah.
Tales from
The-
Gagorgian.
Yeah.
That does not sound like
they-
an elf name.
It's the secret place city that no one's supposed to know about, and then Morgoth,
Are you talking about Gondolin?
Yeah, probably Gondolin.
Gondolin, and then Morgoth comes in,
I
and he
really
has
hope it's actually Gondolin, and it's not some other place that I don't know about.
yeah, it's
Pretty sure it's Gondolin.
and
Seth
he
not knowing something about Lord of the Rings.
Preposterous.
yeah he sends Balrogs riding dragons.
Facts. He does that.
That's wild, bro.
Dude, imagine a giant. Okay, here's the thing. In the books, the Balrogs, they're only like 12 feet. I don't like the movies. It's like 20 feet giant thing. In the book,
12
it's
feet is
just
still
like
pretty
12.
tall.
12 feet is tall, but that's just me on my shoulders. Like if you could just clone me and I was standing on my own shoulders, I mean, sure, that'd be
So basically,
That'd
it'd
be
be like
big.
Andre the Giant, but on fire.
yeah, Andre the Giant on fire. And also he had
You
wings.
mean the
I'm
scene
pretty sure he had
from-
wings. Do he have wings? I think he had wings.
Yeah, the scene from
The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride where he's on fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Yeah.
So basically, that's a low budget.
Adrian the Giant is just low budget Balrog. Andre the Giant is just low budget Balrog.
Yes.
Dude, have you guys seen the images of the Balrog for the new Lord of the Rings show?
No.
Rings.
Yes.
I hate it. Here's why I hate it. Because they keep on talking about how they're not trying to copy Peter Jackson and his films. They're trying to do their own thing. Fine with that. They can do that. Their Balrog looks exactly like the Balrog from the Fellowship of the Ring. Exactly like it.
But why
There's
would you
no
hate
difference. I hate it because they keep making a big deal about how they're trying to not be like Peter
Oh.
Jackson's.
They're like, we're
And then
trying
they
to
just-
be inclusive. We're trying to be.
Well,
blah,
not even
blah,
that. They're
blah.
just trying to not. They're doing their own thing. Like they're designing it, everything how they interpret the books and such, and the
basically
art.
just like.
But they just
why?
completely copied. See, there he is. He brought it. Josiah brought it. That I thought when people were posting that, I thought they just took a still from the Fellowship of the Ring,
Yeah.
and we're just. I thought that was just also that weird shaved head Eminem guy. I hope that's not Sauron. Please
it
don't be
totally
Sauron.
is
Please don't be Sauron.
Eminem though.
It's
That
totally.
basically
That's
looks
just.
like Eli when he's mad.
Eli, if you're listening to this, we love you, but you look like Sauron
Talking
from
about
the Rings of Power.
Gabe's little brother, by the way.
Not just mad, but like I went to hurt you mad. Like
That's the look he gives me before he like throws his Nerf sword at me.
yes.
You know, the Nerf sword that could probably puncture a freaking ship.
They still have the Nerf swords?
They still have it.
Dude,
It's-
those thing, we played with those when we were wee lads.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an actual lightsaber.
Okay, so here's a story that Eli told us.
Did he kill someone with it?
No, well, just about. So there's a Nerf Master Sword that they made.
Yeah.
Like a Legend of Zelda Master Sword.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so Eli takes his sword, and he's like, he brings it up to like do a downward strike, and his friend puts his Master Sword up to block, right?
Yeah.
And Eli's sword chops the Master Sword in half.
That is awesome.
Just slices it.
Dude. So, like, the older Nerf swords you're saying are much stronger than the newer ones?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a cat outside.
Well, like,
they're basically indestructible. Yeah.
well,
Basically,
and now the tip of the sword is just plastic.
'Cause all the foam stuff
came
came
off. So if you poke, it like actually hurts.
Yeah,
Dumb.
it feels
get
like you're
Dude,
getting
stabbed.
Why
with,
don't
like,
they
a
still have
huge-
when they made the Nerf swords and axes and all that cool stuff?
They still have the
Where's the
axes.
they still have the axe.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought they were the coolest things ever, and then they had the bows and everything. I was like, man, finally, because I like guns are cool, but I like the medieval stuff, hardcore.
Okay.
Now that I don't see those anymore.
So there's actually do you know those BB guns that use small tanks that you put in the grips? I can't remember what they're called. Anyways, you can actually buy like off-brand Nerf guns that use Nerf brand darts that are powered by CO2 tanks, and it's impressive. It's very
Awesome.
impressive. Fun
Also,
little side tangent.
The orc there. So Josiah brought up an image of the orc from the Rings of Power. Oh, he looks super CGI. The first image I saw of him, he didn't look CGI, but that one looks super CGI.
His face looks like
and I-
like cheap leather.
Because I was hoping that they actually did like the real costume. Ooh, oh, is that the Eminem again?
Yeah, it's the Eminem.
He looks
guy.
better in that picture, but I still think he needs the long flowy hair,
Why
like
does he have long
oh, like
hair?
from Shadow of War, that video game. The Sauron from that I thought looked great. So there he is right there. I thought he looked great there.
way better.
That looks a lot better.
Instead of freaking
Eminem.
Eminem.
Eminem with like frosty weird eyes.
You know what he kind of
He
looks like? He looks like Jack
Pete
Frost
Davidson's.
from that
Oh.
too, but Jack Frost from Santa Claus,
Oh
the third Santa Claus movie.
Yeah, from Santa Claus 3. That was great.
Hold on, let me.
Also,
Google
he looks
him.
like Pete Davidson. By the way, Pete Davidson, if you're listening to this,
Sponsor us.
No, I was gonna say I don't like you.
Oh,
I just like every time I try.
oh
to,
yeah, Pete Dav. I was
Pete
thinking
Davidson.
of who's the
Why would you make open war with Pete Davidson?
Ca- the
He-
Canadian philosopher guy talks funny. What's his name?
Jordan
Oh,
Peterson.
Jordan
Jordan Peterson is sponsor. By the way, Jordan Peterson, if you ever hear this, I watch too many of your videos.
I don't watch enough of your videos, but I do
really
like you.
I want to have a full theological conversation with you, because you seem to be vaguely Christianish. You, as you have put it yourself, you act as if God is real, and I'm not sure what that means. And man, I would love to have you on this podcast so you just talk about Christian Bible things for hours to me until my brain melts out of my ears.
That sounded almost like seductive, Seth.
Come on, Jordan Pearson. I want you to melt my brain. Melt my brain.
Never mind. I'm not gonna put that audio out on the internet of me
Is that being
talking weird. I
Yeah,
was
don't
gonna
talk
say.
to me.
I was gonna say something.
Just cut everything out. Just cut this all out. We're a few minutes away from an hour, but I feel like we have to go a little over an hour because we're going to have to cut so much stuff out. If we want this
Yeah.
to actually be an hour.
And Gabe, I cut it out in post, but Gabe just said like the tagline of the podcast early.
No, okay, yeah. Okay.
Also, Gabe has said many racial slurs. That's all of them out.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna talk about
surprising.
that,
I'm a
but-
huge racist, which is kind of surprising because I'm a quarter, Hispanic. I was gonna say the other word, but apparently that's too racist for YouTube. Even
can
if
use
you
it.
are,
No, you can use
I
it.
can use it. Okay.
No,
I think-
no, I don't.
Can you?
Can I? Can I?
I thought you could.
Can I
I
use
thought.
it?
Can't.
I know I
know,
can't
like-
say the N word because I'm not dark enough, but
No.
I'm a quarter Mexican.
Okay. Yeah. that's-
And
I-
it's not something I ever fill out on paperwork because if you look at me, you're not gonna say, "Oh yes, that small Mexican boy." No, because
Yeah,
I
that-
don't.
You
I
look
don't believe
Spanish.
White boy.
You don't look
He-
Mexican. You look
He
Spanish.
does, especially with the
Yeah.
facial hair and everything. He looks like he should be in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I look
You
like
look
I
like
should be
Johnny Depp.
Spaniard.
Yeah,
I've
not,
had a lot of people say that.
No, I
like
don't think
a
he should
lot
be the new Jack Sparrow, but I think he should be like Jack Sparrow's
No,
son.
I should be the young Jack Sparrow that the books are written off of.
Wait, there's books?
His books.
Yeah, there's books of young Jack Sparrow.
I want those books. Actually, I don't. I don't want. I'm still trying to read Lord of the Rings. As I know
Where
so
are
much
you?
about Lord. I am in the chapter of Flotsam and Jetsam,
Oh.
in which currently, so they all meet up at Isengard after the Ents destroy everything, right? And Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas are grilling Merry and Pippin because they're like, "We chased after you guys for days, and you guys are just now chilling, feasting, smoking, having a great time. We had to fight like multiple wars." Okay, really just one, but they haven't slept in days. Like they probably have slept a total like 5 hours in the last week. And they're just chilling. And so they're like, we're going to like, why? They're like happy to see them, but I could like, if I were them, I'd be like, I'm going to kill you guys. This is insane. You got give me that pipe.
See,
Give me that leg of lamb.
I started Lord of the Rings in like my freshman year of high school. So I was 14. I'm now 17. Guess where I am?
You're at the Council of Elrond, aren't you?
No,
Where are you?
I got past that like at 16.
Are you even in the second book yet?
No.
Dude, are you in Lothlorien yet?
Yes.
You're in Lothlorien.
They just got done talking to Galadriel.
It's pretty much where I stopped, but then I was like, you know what? I don't like. I remember, of course, what happened in the books, but it's like I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go back and reread The Hobbit, and you know what I discovered? The woods that they have to travel through. That's the hardest chapter to read through because it's just, it's like Tolkien does a great job of making you feel like the characters in the book, and so being in the woods with the dwarves is horrendous. It sucks. I love the book though.
Oh, in The
I just
Hobbit.
hate, in the Hobbit.
yeah.
I just hate being in that forest. It's the worst.
See, when I read on, you can go. I'll let you go. I talked a lot. You go ahead.
So
Yeah, Seth. This isn't the Seth podcast.
how I quote unquote read The Hobbit was my mother read it to me when I was a childling when the movies were coming out.
Yeah, she also read The Lord of the Rings to us when the movies were coming out. She also read Narnia to us.
And so I don't remember most of it, but what I do remember was we were like a month away from the third movie coming out. And my mom, she's reading the like end of the second book, and they're killing
Second book.
or
Does
where
it have,
they
like, the
chopped
books
it. It
divided?
wasn't. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
Yes.
yeah. Bard kills
Smog.
Smog.
Yeah.
And I was devastated that was spoiled for me, because remember, for like all the squidgets that didn't read the book when the movies were coming out, we were all like, I wonder who's gonna kill Smog. Is it gonna be Bard? Is
I
it gonna
thought
be
we
Thorin?
told you guys because
No.
we had read it before. We already knew it was gonna happen.
No.
Yeah, we were woke.
Well, you
before
didn't
it
tell
happened.
me. You might have told Eli and Cyrus, but you didn't tell me.
I thought for
And
sure
so-
we told you.
I was
No.
like, when Mom read that chapter to me, I was just like, Bard kills him. So mad.
I like that part. I
Spoiled
like
for
that
me.
part.
Yeah,
It's
now
cool.
it's like my favorite part,
Yeah.
but when it was spoiled for me, I was
So,
just so upset.
I read The Hobbit before we saw the movies. I read it all on my own, all on my own, and I thought that book was great. I was so ecstatic for the movies. The first one came out, and I was like, guys,
we were so
this is
hyped
the
for that
best.
movie.
That movie was great. The first one, oh, I was like, dude, a lot of people didn't like Azog, the Defiler. I thought he was great. I liked it. I was
Wasn't
into
Azog
it.
actually at least in notes, or was he actually in the book?
I think he's completely made up.
Yeah.
But I liked him because it actually gave a face to the orcs. I liked that. And then the second one came out, and they introduced Tariel. I was like, I'm fine with this. And then Tariel was in love with a dwarf, and I was like, nope, I'm done.
You remember Rhett and Link? We were really into Rhett and Link back then.
Yeah.
And Rhett was like, yeah, the first one sucks. It's terrible. No one likes it. It was so boring. I walked out halfway through, and we were just devastated. We were just like, what?
Red and Link, I haven't watched your videos in a long time. I'll have beef with you. Real beef. Not beef like with John and his family. The kind of beef I want to have
Yeah,
with them.
like special
I
Wagyu
want-
beef.
Yeah.
Like premium.
Premium
stuff.
Wagyu beef with John. With you guys, I want to have like fists
Oh,
in your face.
oh,
Oh,
I don't.
beef. I don't like you guys anymore.
Why?
They're just lame now. Really, it's because they just their show turned into them just eating food all the time.
It's true.
And I was like, guys,
did.
I'm trying to eat breakfast right now, and you guys keep eating like bull testicles, and I'm done.
Dude,
I
this
can't
is
do
why I'm a
this.
strong man, because it just doesn't even phase me anymore.
Well, it also just got boring. It's
I
like, how
can
much
watch-
stuff can you eat? How many different ways can you eat pork blood?
I can watch grown men eat testicles while I'm crunching down on my like Captain Crunch or my Wheaties, preferably my Wheaties.
Good for you.
This man
Good for you.
loves his Wheaties.
I do like my Wheaties.
Nice.
Don't you like the strawberry?
What?
Strawberry flavor Wheaties?
I haven't had that, and I don't really
Really?
plan to. But
I
good.
like to have some nice scrambled eggs or some fried eggs.
See,
you like scrambled eggs on your Wheaties?
No. Just I don't usually have cereal for. I try to be healthy, so I don't do cereal. I do some nice eggs, and then I go out on a nice morning run.
Sure you do.
Okay, it's a walk, but I still go outside, and it's been very hot here, so I do sweat almost the moment I step out the door.
Yes. Except for today, because today's
That was
temperature was.
nice.
Gabe was
nice.
actually saying that when we were going to church. We walked out the door and he went, "Hey, I walked outside and I'm not instantly sweating."
It's true,
It's a real thing here.
dude. Southwest Missouri
sucks.
during the year 2022, the summer, July. It was
Lord.
It's every summer. This
No.
summer's really bad. Like
This-
prefer
okay.
like this summer's
usually
really bad, but
usually most
it's
summers
bad.
we'll get like a week where it's like 100 degrees all week,
It's been a month.
but it's just been a whole
It's
month
been a whole
Yeah.
of
bad.
just unbearable heat.
And I don't have any air conditioning in my truck, so
month. Yeah, that was fun.
it's not fun. I
But
don't know the
So-
hell
so-
that you live through, but
Oh my gosh.
the like 5 minutes every day to go to work for me, it's terrible.
so global warming. Everyone's blaming this on global warming. They're saying the Midwest is turning to a crisp because of global warming, because of emissions and such. Like they're saying we need to take bigger steps for a green Earth.
Wait, hold on. Sorry,
let's
sorry,
get,
hold on.
let's get AOC to go out there and plug
Politics,
up all
wee
those cow
woo, wee
butts.
woo. Politics, wee woo, wee woo. We are from
So,
Southern Missouri. We're definitely Republican. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
I'm not saying I'm Republican. I don't care what you call me. I'm just saying.
Libertarian.
No, libertarian is like people who are
Oh,
libertarian. They're
wow.
always like, I'm libertarian.
I'm
I
libertarian. I don't believe in seatbelts.
I just want to have guns, drugs, and be left the heck alone. And I'm like, I don't
That's
want to be
pretty
left alone.
accurate.
I think the government should do some things,
But not nearly as much as.
but
what they're
not too much because they do suck at most things. They
Like,
should.
doing. Most things, as in
Why
like, just
would you
about
take
everything.
so much darn money out of my paycheck for Social Security? I'm planning on dying at 62.
Right? Give it to me now, or just don't take it all. Just let me keep it.
See, they say they're taking it out for Social Security. No, they're not. They're
You're
taking it
paying
out
the
so they could go
cartel
build
with
a
it.
school like in some random other country, and I just don't care.
Dude,
Paying the Mexican cartel with our Social Security number.
Okay, Alex Jones, you calm down.
Money.
Well, no, our government did arm like actual like drug dealers in other countries with our
They
tax
did.
dollars.
So
That's something that they
should
actually
we-
did.
That's not Social
Guys,
Security.
to make politics, because people get so sick of hearing politics.
Yeah,
So sick
okay.
of it.
So especially
here's the
let's
thing.
not make this a political thing.
But also, maybe to make it more appealing to people's ears, maybe we could,
Politics stance before
No,
we
no, no, no,
speak
no.
of politics?
we could use comedic voices. Like we could be Kermit the Frog. My beliefs is that we should bomb everyone else besides me. Yay! That was kind of more of like Marvin the Martian there. Earthlings, we are coming to destroy you. So I don't care about your politics.
In general, I used to be more like, oh yeah, Republican is the way to go. But now I'm like, they both suck. They all suck.
I
All of
just
them suck.
think
the only
the states need more
politician.
power.
Yes, but the
Yes.
only politician I like is Josh Hawley. Josh Hawley, if you're listening. to
Josh
this,
Hawley, if you're
I
listening.
love you.
Josiah's a big simp for you. We can't use any of this. We can't use any of this.
No,
Guys,
no,
we can't use any of this.
any of this.
Barbecue chicken pizza. Barbecue chicken pizza.
Don't
I cut it. I cut
cut
it.
it. Cut it. We're done. We're not doing that. That's
Guys, we can't use any of this.
bad.
We can't use any of this.
this.
Can't use any of this.
That's it. That's the podcast.